Gakpo deal to Manchester United has been agreed in principle. It's a breaking story coming in right about now from some good sources that are a bit reliable, and we are going to go on and dissect and see whether that has really come to our know here onto the United Matters channel. Then after that, we are talking something about Facundo Pellistri. Obviously, there is Rafael Leao, and there is another player in the mix to be talked about who goes by the names of Cristiano Ronaldo, who parted ways with Manchester United way back, and I think that was at the beginning of this week on Monday. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Guys, congratulations to everyone. We are into the 9,000 subscriber family, and obviously that is courtesy of you who are really watching in. And today we are kickstarting off a new journey of close to another 10,000 subscribers to see to it that we hit 10,000 subscribers. So guys, endeavor to subscribe to this channel. Now I don't know who is going to be the 9,001 subscriber, but I know every day we get new subscribers, and you guys have been a great family, and finally we've hit 9,000 subscribers on the United Matters channel. This is the biggest African Manchester United channel. I don't know of any other. If at all you know of any other, let me know, but I believe this is the biggest, and it has been supported by you guys, and congratulations. But that does not stop us from subscribing, because we are having close of billions and billions of people on YouTube that really watching. So we can hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. That should be our target. We should hit that next year. We enter 2023 when we are into that 10K subscriber club. Not so? So thank you very much for watching in. I'm glad in that you guys are really subscribing in and really getting us the best that we deserve onto this channel. Now, the first story coming in from ESPN Netherlands, and they are telling us that Erik ten Hag wants to sign Cody Gakpo very quickly. If a deal can't be done, the plan B is Rafael Leao. When this story came in through, I really said for Cody Gakpo, it's 100% right. Erik ten Hag needs him because he has gonna hit to prove his worth, that he can lead the line and score goals for a team that is playing for, especially in the World Cup. He has gonna hit to score goals while playing for Netherlands as a centre forward, and the same applies to PSV. When Luc de Jong had not yet returned, he was the man responsible for scoring goals for them. But for Rafael Leao, I doubt, because Rafael Leao is not a centre forward. He is not a centre forward, and him being referred to as a plan B, I doubt Rafael Leao, because Rafael Leao plays as a wide forward for AC Milan on the left attacking side of the midfield, and he's really good, bursts well into space. But United having Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, then you add in Cody Gakpo, meaning that you are having 4 players playing the same position, but they can lead the line. That is Rashford, Martial, and Cody Gakpo. And I believe Rafael Leao is nowhere near to being a centre forward. And we're talking about a replacement of Cristiano Ronaldo, as it has come in an story in here for you, brought to us by Rob Dawson, that Erik ten Hag has asked Manchester United to explore the possibility of making a January signing to replace Cristiano Ronaldo. He's talking about quickly, and we are talking about a replacement of Cristiano Ronaldo. Ten Hag cannot handle the situation any longer and wait to see to it that he's in a situation where either Martial gets an injury and he has nobody else to play with, because the player that used to come in through when Martial is injured was Ronaldo, and Ronaldo has finally left. What does that mean? It means that the club is really having one prolific striker in the names of Anton Martial, and he has a very bad record of being an injury prone. Marcus Rashford can come in through and lead the line, but he's not a good finisher, and he doesn't have a very good holder play. Things that a player in the names of Cody Gakpo has in abundance. He can play with his back to goal. His link-up play is good. He can win headers. He's good at using his header. We've just been praising the coach, or the new coach of United, who coaches the forwards. That means Ben McCarthy, on having done a very good work onto Marcus Rashford's headers, and he scored 2 headers, one against Shelf at Manchester United, and the other against West Ham. Rashford was not known to be a good header of the ball, and in the recent games we saw him being thrown into crosses, but he couldn't direct them on target. But towards the end of the season, he looked a threat in the air. But Cody Gakpo is also a threat in the air. If you remember the goal he scored against Senegal, that one, when he really brushed that ball, he is good at that. And he runs into good position. His movements enables the forwards and the central midfielder to create spaces to see to it that they can get those or make those line-breaking passes in the lanes of the opponent. So Cody Gakpo is really the ideal deal, and I don't feel that Rafael Leao is into this conversation. Why should Rafael Leao be in the conversation? He shouldn't be in the conversation of signing a centre forward. Maybe when he wants him to come in through, if at all Cody Gakpo doesn't come in through, and obviously Rafael Leao is an option to play on the left attacking side of the midfield, and he will let Rashford and Martial turn into his centre forwards. Something that I don't want. I don't want Rafael Leao at Manchester United. That's it, because there is Alejandro Garnacho, there is Sancho, there is Rashford and Martial. They can play in that position very, very well. But why I'm fancying Cody Gakpo, he can play off the left very well, and he can also go ahead to lead the line, most especially when Martial is resting or he's having an injury. So that's why I like about Cody Gakpo. And Cody Gakpo, one-on-one against the goalkeeper, he's really brilliant. He's really brilliant. He's a better finisher of the ball than Marcus Rashford when you're playing them as centre forward. So I believe it's really going to be a very hectic January transfer window for United. But telling us that United has gone ahead to agree. Sorry. We've been told again about this deal of Cody Gakpo that Manchester United have reached an agreement in principle with Cody Gakpo for January. United are close in on the deal. Have you heard that? Should I read it the second time? But as I think you are watching it on the screen, you can also read it. But United have reached an agreement in principle with Cody Gakpo. This is something that I expected to come out very soon. Yesterday I did a story about Cody Gakpo, and I informed you very well that United had already agreed personal terms and everything with Cody Gakpo in the summer of 2022. Now, what led this deal from happening? Obviously, because United was waiting to see how much is Ajax going to allow or to accept to late Anthony Cross from Ajax to Manchester United, and it went to 100 million euros, and they had no money left to go in and really sanction the deal of Cody Gakpo. But Cody Gakpo had already spoken to Erik ten Hag, and he was all much in high spirits, ready to join Manchester United. That never happened in the summer, but obviously in the January winter transfer window, things are really maturing very well, and the deal in principle is very easy to come to an agreement. Reason being, the company that manages Erik ten Hag is the same company that manages Cody Gakpo, meaning that is something easy to come on and do the needful. And I believe if at all they are under the same companies, the agents under that company would love to see to it that they get Cody Gakpo at the age of 23 and offer him to a manager who has proven in the world that he is good at improving talent. Cody Gakpo is a talent to reckon with, and if at all it comes down to Manchester United, I believe you're going to be a different team altogether, and it can really take us to a different level. One, this season, the guy has played only 28 games. He has 16 goals and 18 assists. 28 games, he has 24 goal involvements. Where do you find that? And you see, this is where reality bites in. People have been saying that he's playing the Eredivisie. It's not an elite league. That's where he scored more of those goals. I asked them, how many goals has he scored in the UEFA Europa League? Very many. Now, look, he is at the topmost tournament in the world. He has 2 goals in 2 games. He's too clinical for the Netherlands. That's it. And I believe when they're going to be playing Qatar, he's going to go on and really score very many of those. Reason being, Qatar is a more weaker side. Ecuador and Senegal are the strongest sides, and he managed to put 2 goals past them. I believe he can even score a hat-trick against Qatar, their last game of the group. So don't underrate this guy. This guy is a force to reckon with at Manchester United, and I would love to see Cody Gakpo coming in at Manchester United to replace Cristiano Ronaldo as we go ahead to wait and see what the summer is going to get us. Reason being, we need a replacement of Cristiano Ronaldo, and that is Cody Gakpo. Now, there is a gentleman who is really having a very great source as far as Cody Gakpo is concerned. He goes by the names of Hansi Cray J. All Jr. via Sports Witness and ESPN is telling us that Cody Gakpo is gone. PSV are not willing to keep him and cannot keep him anymore. Gakpo will soon be playing in the Premier League. The chance that it will be Manchester United is now a lot higher again because Ronaldo has left. Obviously, I had some sources coming from Manchester United that the board of United were willing not to buy a centre forward if at all Ronaldo stayed. So they were willing to put Ten Hag and Ronaldo into that battle until the end of the season because they looked to themselves with a bad eye. That's why Ronaldo came out and said respect was none belonging to either sides. And they were not willing to sign Cody Gakpo. What does that mean? It meant we are going to be in the same graveyard shift. But now Ronaldo leaves, Cody Gakpo has to come in at Manchester United as soon as possible, and there is nothing that is going to really let this deal not happen. One, Cody Gakpo and Erik ten Hag have been talking, and Erik ten Hag has been an admirer of Cody Gakpo for a very long period of time. Do you know why? He was really coaching Ajax, and every time Ajax played PSV, obviously, he expected Cody Gakpo to come in and torment his team, and obviously Cody Gakpo was tormenting him, so he likes him. He knew that Ajax never had the money to buy that player from PSV, but now he's at the club that has all the money to go in and buy what we call a player in the names of Cody Gakpo. So Cody Gakpo to Manchester United, chances are coming to like 95%. He's coming to Manchester United, and let's wait and see what is going to happen as far as this deal of Cody Gakpo is concerned to joining Manchester United. Smash the like button, guys. Comment and share. Let's see close to 200 likes on this video. Go on to the next level in here onto this channel. Now, Facundo Pellistri is one that has been so much in the news, and the reference was he's leaving in January, and his agent was saying that we are just praying that Facundo Pellistri has an elite World Cup after having a very good World Cup. Then we'll go on and sell him permanently for Manchester United, no loaning him this time around. But sources coming in from Manchester United, especially from Rob Dawson, and Rob Dawson is a correspondent of Manchester United at the ESPN, meaning that is being fed in or briefed in by the club. He's telling us that Facundo Pellistri has been so desperate to impress that he regularly asks Manchester United coaches Darren Fletcher, Steve McLaren, and Ben McCarthy to stay behind after training to put on extra sessions. That is the dying hard of the guy. Then Ben McCarthy is working specifically on Facundo's shooting, while Bruno Fernandes and Lisandro Martinez have also helped the Uruguayan in there for you. And we've been told again by Rob Dawson that Facundo Pellistri has taken on extra gym work, having realized he was too lightweight to thrive in English football. Staff have been impressed with how hard he's worked despite never playing. I believe when you hear such stories coming out, you have something in your senses that, or something will blow in your senses that Ten Hag likes Facundo Pellistri. You see, Ten Hag is a manager who won't say that he likes you and doesn't like you, and he'll go out and keep his word. Let me give you an example. We've been having a problem at the right back, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Brandon Williams are returned and they are really fully fit. The manager said, I'm not going to use them. That's why you saw in the game of Fulham, however much Aaron Wan-Bissaka was fully fit and Diego Dalot was suspended after accumulating 5 yellow cards in 12 games. The manager went in for an inverted right back, that is Malacia, to play as the right back of Manchester United in the game of Fulham. Yet Aaron Wan-Bissaka was fully fit. Now, this is where the gist of the matter is. Do you know that Aaron Wan-Bissaka has only played 8 minutes for Erik ten Hag? And secondly, he rarely makes the bench of United. He doesn't make the bench even if he's fully fit. Now, that means that Facundo Pellistri making the bench of United at several occasions is an indicator that Erik ten Hag sees a player in him. there is a player that Ten Hag sees in this lad and he wants him to maybe improve, and that's why he has been told to do that. You never know, he might find himself in the starting 11 of Manchester United soon, because Alejandro Garnacho, it took him how many months not playing in the preseason, and obviously he got down. And Facundo really got a very bad chance for himself, because Ten Hag would have used him, but he got an injury in the second last game that we played against Atletico Madrid in Oslo, and he suffered more injuries in the face. So he's getting it right, and obviously he's understanding the assignment of being and going ahead to work hard. But he's playing for Uruguay in their first game. He played 88 minutes, and obviously he did the needful for the club, for the team, and they drew 0-0. But I believe they are going to come back in action. I think, are they going to play Ghana? I think in that group where there is Ghana, and obviously a team which goes by the names of, let me see, let me be exact here. Uruguay. Uruguay is in the group that has, it's in Group H. There is Portugal, there is Ghana, and Uruguay. That's where Uruguay is, and Uruguay is returning to go on and play Portugal on Monday. That's it. So tomorrow there are other fixtures, but Uruguay is going to play on Monday against Portugal, another big game. Now, Ronaldo Cristiano, you cannot really run out of his stories, but I felt like I should inject it. I thought that, should I take it to Rokani Media Football, or I come in here and really put it here? But we've been told just in by James Beng, you know him, soccer correspondent of CBSS Sports, and Jacobs Ben, that El Nasser FC are ready to give Ronaldo a 3-year contract after the World Cup. Talks are relatively advanced, and the deal is worth £62 million per year. This deal came in while Ronaldo was at Manchester United, and he said, I'm not going to go ahead and take it on. This time around, will he take it on? That's the big question that you're waiting to see, because he has parted ways with Ronaldo, and he's the first player to play in the World Cup when he's a free agent. Right now, Ronaldo is a free agent. Everything lies in his hands to see to it that it goes where he wants it to be. But is he going to leave topmost football? That's my biggest question and my biggest doubt, because I don't see him leaving teams that are in the Champions League. Messi is still relatively active. Teams like Barcelona want him back. He has to fight for his records that he has gone ahead to go on and really chase, or really put, because he came out and put up a quote that records chase me, I don't chase records. That's what Ronaldo is saying, and that is egoism that is really at a different level altogether. So that's it for now, but let me give you some good news. Lisandro Martinez today played for Argentina. They won 2-0. If you want that match reaction, rush onto Rokani Media Football. It's already there. Giving you a total breakdown of the World Cup. And then the other player, Rafael Varane, played very well. 73 minutes. He was taken off, not injured, but because he was returning from injury, and the manager thought that it would have been risky for him to play more than 73 minutes on the field of play. So that's it for you. United is doing a very good job, especially United players. But let's wait and see who is going to go on and return first in the first teamers of Manchester United. Then tell me what you think about Cody Gakpo. Deal to United agreed in principle, and then what you think about Ronaldo going to El Assar in Saudi Arabia. Obviously, Facundo Pellistri fighting to impress, to see to it that Erik ten Hag really gets him playing time into the first team. A sign out for now. See you later. But congratulations to everyone who has really made it 9,000 subscribers. We are 9,000 subscribers on the channel. Thank you guys, and there is no other way of appreciating you other than going ahead to give you content on a daily. May the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. Let me see whether I'll return back with another third story later in the night.